everyone, my name is Naomi and welcome to Makayabu Cuisine. As this is my very first video, I wanted to make something that is very dear to me and I love to eat, which is also a very popular Congolese dish called Makayabu. Okay, let's get started. To make the Makayabu, you will be needing 2 peppers. I used 1 yellow and also 1 red. You can also use an orange one as well, just personal preference. Then you will need 2 onions, 5 garlic cloves and a good bunch of spring onions. I also used 1 can of chopped tomato. And now for our spices. The brown powder is 4 crushed Maggi cubes. The yellow powder is 1 tablespoon of jumbo all-purpose seasoning, and I've also used about a tablespoon of grated nutmeg, and for that kick, 2 bay leaves. And last of all, you can't have Makayabu without the Makayabu itself, also known as saltfish. What I've done, I have descaled it and I left this overnight in water for me to remove the excess salt as well. Okay. First things first, took off the skin of my onions, washed it, sliced it down in half, and I cut it into thin strips. Now, for the peppers, spring onion and garlic, what I tend to do is place it in a bowl by the sink with cold water. I like it to rest a bit because sometimes you do find some mud or residue of some ground or soil in the vegetables, so that's not going to be really nice in the food. I leave it in there, soak up, and for it to clean the insides as well. And as you can see, I'm cutting my peppers open and I'm leaving it in the water. Second of all, I will have a little cup or a bowl to the side. I take out all of the core from the pepper and all of the seeds. I put it to the side because we don't want to eat that. That's not very nice at all. We put it to the side, and of course, once that is done, we're going to proceed to chopping up our peppers. As you can see now, I've already sliced my onions and placed it to the side, and now I am chopping my red peppers. In terms of slicing the peppers, I tend to slice it this way for personal preference, okay? But some people tend to slice it differently. Now we will slice also the yellow peppers the same direction as well, okay? We're slicing that away. So much color, as you can see. Oh my gosh. As I mentioned earlier, I always place my vegetables in a bowl of cold water to remove any excess soil, especially in spring onions. So what I did is cut the spring onions in half, okay, and remove the stalks, and open them up and remove the soil, as you can clearly see what I'm doing, okay? And what it is that sometimes you tend to see some brown residue inside. Clearly see I am cleaning the insides of the spring onions. You don't want to eat your Makayabu when you taste a bit of some crunchy soil in it. That's not going to be nice at all. We want that to be very clean. Okay, so open it up, get a knife, on the tip of the knife, grate or scratch it off, actually. That's the clearest term I can say. Just remove that, and also with water. Water is your friend here. Don't be afraid to use water to clean the spring onion. Water is your friend. Clean it on the inside. I do it with all of the stalks of the spring onions, okay? And once that is done, I'm gonna throw the water and then proceed with chopping it. So here we have it, guys, all of our vegetables nicely chopped. Now let's proceed to cooking. Now on a medium to low heat, place half a cup of vegetable oil, and once that's heated up, I've added in my onions first and garlic for that to sweat off. Then after that, I will place in my spring onions. I placed these two first for them to begin to soften because the peppers are already crunchy and we still want that little crunchy bit for the fish anyways. Okay, so mix it well all together and allow it to sweat off for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once the spring onions and garlic are softened, place in your yellow and red bell pepper to soften also, and mix it all well together and allow that also to be incorporated for another 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 to 7 minutes, we can clearly see that the vegetables are all well softened together, and now we're going to add in our chopped tomatoes and also our spices. Now I'm going to add in my chopped tomatoes. I tend to pour it in gradually, bit by bit, for this to be incorporated well with the vegetables. Once I've mixed it in, I'll probably add in, or not even probably, I will add in 2 more tablespoons. So I mixed in the first half of the chopped tomatoes, and I'm going to add a couple more tablespoons of the chopped tomatoes as well, and I'm also mixing it gradually all well together for that tomato flavor to develop. After adding in my chopped tomatoes, I'm going to add in my Maggi cubes and my jumbo all-purpose seasoning and also my bay leaves. Don't forget to mix everything together. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of grated nutmeg. Now, after adding in all of our flavorings, give it a good stir, which you can clearly see I'm doing. I'm going to stir it in. Then what I'm going to do next is add in about a cup of water. Okay, and that's going to create our sauce for the Makayabu. I've added in the cup of water, stirring it in as you can see. And then after that, we're going to let it to sit on a medium to low heat for about 7 to 10 minutes. Whilst the sauce of the Makayabu is simmering away, I placed over to a medium to high heat a cup of oil in a frying pan to fry the Makayabu, and I'm going to fry my Makayabu until golden, about 7 minutes on each side. I prefer to use it in the frying pan if I'm cooking for home, but if I'm cooking for events, I do it in a deep fryer. It will be much quicker for myself. Cooking it until golden, as you can clearly see. And once it's done, I place it in a sieve, and I have a bowl underneath where the excess oil can come down on the sieve, and it'll be easier for it to be not oily. Once the Makayabu has been cooked and also the tomato sauce with our peppers are all cooked, I'm going to dish up the Makayabu and put it on a nice plate for you guys to see how I tend to dish up Makayabu if I do have guests coming over, or how I just do it at home actually. I put the fish first down below on the plate, and once I finish putting the fish, I will pour over the sauce, not really pour over, but I will get a spoon and I will place it over the fish. As you can see what I'm doing, I've placed the peppers over the fish, not too much because you don't want it to be overpowering and you don't want the fish to be soggy. So I'm placing it over the fish like that, like so. That looks so nice. That is the Makayabu recipe for you guys, with our peppers, spring onion and garlic. And you can also enjoy it with your kwanga to the side, like myself, also known as cassava dough. And here you go, guys. Here it is, our recipe for Makayabu salted fish. Enjoy. And here we have it, guys, my very first video, which is of saltfish, also known as Makayabu. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, like and comment. If you have any suggestions of what you want me to make in my next video, please feel free to comment down below. And if you want to follow me on social media, all of the information will be down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.